An olive branch for peace. Around 300 people gathered in Tel Aviv, protesting against Israel's military action in Gaza. Some other people showed up, voicing their support for Israel's military mission. Tel Aviv deployed large groups of police to keep order. The protest ended peacefully, without clashes. Meanwhile, thousands of people in Turkey gathered in front of Israel's consulate in Istanbul. Some burned an Israeli flag, and many chanted anti-Israel slogans. Some demonstrators tried to enter the consulate building, but they were dispersed by riot police. And pro-Palestinian protesters took to the streets in numerous EU cities, including London and here in Paris, to demand an immediate end to the conflict. In defiance of a protest ban, crowds in the French capital chanted "Israel assassin" until they were dispersed by tear gas.
Stay back, everybody! Guys, stay back, please! Don't do this! Guys, don't ruin it! What are you doing? Stop this! Stop this! Stop back! Our fight is not with the Gardaí! Our fight is not with the Gardaí! Our fight is not with the Gardaí!
Raymond, would you like to say a few words about the purpose of this protest?
Okay, right. Well, we're just here, as so often before, to protest against Israel's latest onslaught of the fourth most powerful army and air force in the world against besieged, defenseless people without an army, a navy, an air force, without any allies except the people of the world, and that's us. So
people are conscious, yeah,
that's why we were out here, to show that they're not alone, you know, and also to show that as far as I'm concerned, our government is complicit in what is happening, because they're not making any complaints. They haven't even called in the Israeli ambassador. It's disgraceful.
But the Scottish government, I mean, in contrast, they're behaving quite commendably, let's say,
well, you'd expect that from them. They're more principled than our bunch. Yesterday there was a demonstration of up to 10,000 people in London. So, we're hoping that we won't get 10,000 here, but we're hoping that there will be a good number, and that we'll show that Irish people care.
All right then, Raymond. Thanks now. Thank you.
Who is the terrorist?
Israel! Israel!
Who is the terrorist?
Israel! Israel! Free, free! Palestine! 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 Free, free! Palestine!
Thank you very much, everyone. Palestine! Shame on Israel! Shame on Israel!
Richard Boyd Barrett.
Friends, Israel is a terrorist state. The people of Gaza are the victims of a terrorist state. And it is important to say that that is not just a slogan. This has been the history of the Israeli state since it was born with the ethnic cleansing of the Palestinian people from the majority of Palestine in 1948. It was born in blood, it was born in racism, it was born in ethnic cleansing, it was born in apartheid, and every single thing that state has done since the moment of its foundation has been about the ethnic cleansing of the Palestinian people. And frankly, it is sickening when the recently elected Taoiseach of our state, Joan Burton, says in the Parliament this week that she condemns both sides equally. There is no two sides. There is no two sides. There is an Israeli terrorist apartheid regime ruthlessly, cruelly, murderously killing innocent civilians. That is what is going on. And we were all so moved. We were all so moved to hear a young man, a wonderful young man, get up and shout "Free Palestine" and "Free Gaza." And all of us should think about that. Those of us have children like this young man. Just imagine your children like that, having their lives exterminated as the most sophisticated weaponry in the world is rained down like hellfire on young children, on families, on women, on some of the most oppressed and poorest people in the world. It is an absolute crime. Now, I just want to finish by saying this. We had former Israeli soldiers from Breaking the Silence came into us in the Dáil last week. Everybody should read their book, so we understand that everything Israel does is absolutely deliberately murderous. These were the people who did it, and they have documented how they were ordered to kill, to intimidate innocent people, and they were told specifically by their commanders, attack innocent people, provoke mayhem, provoke chaos, force the Palestinians into reacting. That's what they want. They set up the pretext to force people to resist and then use that as the excuse to launch the sort of murderous attacks we are seeing at the moment. But they could not do that without the finance and support of the United States and the European Union. The soldiers who come into us were very clear. They said the European Union is now the major financial supporter of Israel. They give them preferential trade agreements. They put no conditions on those trade agreements about human rights or the treatment of Palestinians. They are literally providing the funding for the Israelis to develop this awesome and deadly weaponry they are deploying against Palestinians. So we have to demand that our government and European governments break all links with a racist apartheid state. Nothing else is acceptable. You cannot do business with a murderous state. And we need to build a street protest to force the government into that position, just as was done with apartheid South Africa. It took a long time, but it was done, and it will be done with Palestine. Victory to Palestine.
Just becoming here the allies to show solidarity for the Palestinian people. The Israelis, the Zionists doing all the persecution for the Muslim people in our name, in the name of the Torah. They're using the Torah falsely. They're taking out money basis of the Torah. They're using that on the wrong way. They say God promised a land for the Jews, but they ignore that God sent us in exile today. What is written in the Torah that God will send us in exile. It's written in the Siddur. We are now in exile. Going back to the land by force is against the will of God. It's a rebellion against God. Jews who believe in God can't do that. Jews used to live peacefully hundreds of years, many centuries, in all the Muslim countries. We have no problem with the Muslims. I myself born in Palestine. My mother told me we used to be such good harmony with Palestinians. And even today, Jews live in Iran, in Yemen, in Morocco, in Tunisia, in many Arab countries. Peacefully, no any problem. In Europe, in many places, they are persecuted. The Muslims save us, and we know that. And it's a shame, instead of to be thankful for the Muslim world, the Zionists persecute them, and they're doing that all in our name, all in the name of the Torah. And the only solution for today's day is that full Palestine should go back for the Palestinians. They try to make two states, already peace, tens of years, nothing will work, because in the Torah say rebellion against God can't be succeed. The state of Israel will come to an end, 100%. We pray to God and we hope for a peaceful land. Nobody looks for bloodshed. We hope for a peaceful land. South Africa exposed apartheid. It's come out quite peacefully. We hope the state of Israel will also be dismantled peacefully. The only solution will be the whole land should go back to the Palestinians. And then Jews and Muslims can live together side by side with peace and harmony. I told you I born in Palestine. I want to go back in Palestine. But I'm waiting for the Palestinian passport. I will be proud to go back in my Palestinian passport to live under the Palestinian government. It's the only solution. And I hope it will be soon in our days. The full dismantlement of the state of Israel. And then we can live together in peace and harmony.
Thank you very much.